Hey guys, Britto here. Welcome back to outofore. Here we are for another episode. So the last couple of episodes have been a bit of time lapse of me digging out this little area here, which should have Doe's blade in my face. No, should have a decent amount of coal and stuff in here. There's still a little bit more here that we've got to get. I don't know if there's any. There's a bit more further back here, around that way, a bit more over here. So I want to keep trying to work our way back this way. Obviously the dirt update is coming out 23rd, 24th of September, I think, pending testing, all that sort of stuff. So I think we're going to leave that for a little bit, pending the new update, and head back down here and do a bit more underground mining. Now I think I need to bring out, yep, this guy. I did actually take everybody back. Take everyone back into our inventory when we had that huge blast that we set off, which was, let's say, very cool, but also just about killed my computer. Tried it twice and it crashed both times, so 1.4 million in the bank, level 42. I think our next level, what's our next level for the last of the excavators? Level 60, 50. Not that. Is it 60 or 50 and 60? So yeah, like 50 is our next sort of target as far as levels go. So we've got quite a bit that we need to work towards. So I think we're going to go back underground and try and dig towards a node that we can see. Now, there's no guarantee we're going to find one. However, I want to try and dig towards some that we can see on the map and hope that we can maybe run into one. So let's bring up this back part, then we'll drop it down as we go back in. I think I'm going to take this first diagonal one here. So if we look at our map, it doesn't actually show me, oh, it does actually from here. So if we go that way, we're going to head over here somewhere. If we go 45, we're potentially going to run into these nodes down here. And that's the plan. Once we hit a node, we're going to try and just, you know, dig it out like absolute crazy. Yeah, and just, so, find something underground, hit it, chase it, and then go from there, try and bring in a heap more cash and everything as we go. Alright, I need to try and remove these. This is probably the only part that I don't like about the new animations and stuff. Like before, I used to be able to just run, just mash the button. It would be pretty easy to remove everything, but a little bit more difficult now. But right, let's head in. We'll head this way. There's no way I can actually see on the map. If we go like this, back to map. Got me, looks like I'm looking that way. There's no way I'm looking that way because we've came in this way and now we're heading back that way. Quickly go back to the map again. Aha, no, now it's got us looking in the right direction. So I think we're definitely going to run into something. It might take us a while to get there, but I feel like we're definitely going to run into something if we head that way. So we pretty much just need to come down here and dig. Now, I've worked out a way that we can dig a little bit quicker using this machine. I don't know if it affects the amount of voxels we get out of it and the amount of income that we make. I haven't even looked at these roofs yet. I should have probably done that. But if we come close here, hold forward, press X, on, off like this, you can see we dig so much quicker. But I'm not sure if we lose stuff out of the back of the machine. That's one thing I'm not sure on, so better off just digging as normal. We'll go normal conveyor straight. We'll dig to the end of the conveyor and we'll stop, add 2 new conveyors and clean out underneath. Hopefully we can reach that one there. There we go. And then just minimize underneath. Go back in and pretty much just keep going. It won't be overly exciting this episode, but I know a lot of you guys aren't a fan of the time lapses, so just bringing you guys back into a bit of underground mining without the time lapse. See, the new dirt update's going to bring in a different dirt look, so you can either keep the voxels or have like solid dirt. They're going to have manual dirt lock back, which is amazing, something that we definitely need. Like you could see when I was digging with a shovel and excavator in our last couple of episodes that a lot of it is not locking into the bucket overly well. Now I'm not overly concerned about that. It's more, for me, it's more the trucks and stuff that aren't locking the dirt overly well. I'm not too concerned on the diggers and stuff, because obviously in real life you're going to grab a full bucket, and when you swing around to drop it in a truck you're going to lose dirt, rocks, spillage and stuff all over the ground. That's just normal. It's a natural thing, so not too concerned with that. Right, I don't know how long it's going to take for us to get to anything, or even see anything decent this episode. But I did put a post up in the community section on the channel as well. A lot of you guys will know that I've put my hand up for a charity fight night. 25th of November. I'm training for that, so I'm working 7-day fortnight, 12.5 hour shift work. When I get home from work, I'm taking the dog for a quick walk / jog, trying to get my fitness up, obviously, for the fight night. And then my days off, I've got one-on-one PT session, so one-on-one pad work. It's just, you know, basic boxing training and stuff. And then that same night, oh shit. I can't get rid of it. There we go. That same night, Jesus, I'm doing proper classes as well, so I'm pretty flat out with doing, you know, the training that I want to do for this fight night, as well as trying to, you know, record content and stuff. So the content may be a little bit light, which I did notify you guys in that post that the content may be a little bit light for a little while. It may mean more time-lapse stuff, if I can even get time to do that, because as you guys can imagine, you know, working shift work, having the family at home as well, trying to train, it's not easy trying to fit it all in. So, but I also don't want the channel to suffer because it's doing so well, especially now with outofore. Looks like we've got into a coal node here, which is awesome. Let's look at our map. Yeah, so we're heading that way. That's going to be a huge coal node, I think. Then we want to dig all this out, so we're going to really open this area up, chase every last little bit of coal. I really didn't expect us to get to any coal or any of these nodes at all, so that's a good surprise. Alright, so hopefully that's, yep, it's all processing, getting sent off to the power plant, getting our income and also XP up, which is great. So we pretty much just keep digging straight till we get to the other side of this node, and then we can come back, throw in a blast. We'll try and open the area up, so chase the coal this way, chase it that way, work out where it's going, where it starts, where it stops, all that sort of stuff. We don't want to leave anything behind. We can avoid it. Try and make sure we bring everything back in. I also want to, you know, throw in a couple of blasts, but we don't want to be doing potentially what was, I think, like 350 odd explosives last time. That was just way too much, so try and limit it to maybe 100 explosives at a time. Right, so looks like we're starting to lose it here slowly, but then it should come back again, I think. Right, so let's keep expanding. The only thing I do wish is that the head would dig a bit further down, so I didn't have to get out and level the ground every single time. So we're going to have to come all the way back to the start and then dig down either side just to widen the tunnel out a little bit. Let's get a decent blast in. So I'm thinking we're going to definitely run into some more coal. Look at the map. Possibly, like, I think we're heading this direction. Should run into some more. So maybe we can Might actually go up and throw a marker on the ground up above. And then we can work towards that mark. So at least we can get under the machine a decent way, which removes a fair bit of that extra dirt underneath that we don't have to worry about then. Right, so let's go. No, map. Let's go drive. Ooh, it's snowing. Jump out of this thing. Work out. I wish we could use M for map. Where am I this way? You sort of want to run over this way and try and work out where we are roughly. I think this is like the node that we're hitting there. Possibly. Yeah, that looks like it's it. So if we keep heading straight this way, there's huge nodes here, which is really good. I'll look at the map. Where are we? We've gone a little bit too far. If we head back this way, maybe somewhere here. I think I've got to come over. Maybe here is probably the target that we're aiming for. It's hard to sort of work out, like maybe, let's go back a bit, let's put it here. So let's put a marker here, so if we just do, what do you call it, like a plus sign, a cross sign, whatever you want to call it. If we go back into map, now we can actually see what we're aiming for. So if I jump out and have it so we're heading that direction, is that the right? Maybe not, maybe it's like down here somewhere. But close enough, we sort of know what we're aiming for. Right, so once again we'll just keep pushing through. I don't know how long it's going to take us to get there, but there we go, another coal node. There's going to be a huge amount of coal under here we're going to be able to blast. We're going to open this whole area up, put in a huge underground coal mine. Once we find the coal, we need to chase it. So pretty much what we're doing at the moment is just exploring. You know, we don't know where the coal is, we're just going to keep digging in a direction. If we don't hit coal for maybe, I don't know, 100 meters, 50 meters, then we know that we're sort of at the end of the vein, and we'll come back. Better do this too. We'll come back to the start and then go from there as far as chasing all this coal. I don't know if that's how they do it in real life. Do they drill horizontally? Do they drill vertically from above and just find coal nodes from above? Because there's obviously no indication up above where the coal nodes are down below in real life like there is in the game. So now I've had a few people comment and say that I don't understand how the game mechanics work. I do 100% understand how the game mechanics work. I'm just trying to keep it more realistic as to real life. Like, I know the veins don't work how a real life coal vein does work. But I want to start our dig, like even when we're digging there, up top with a shovel, we know there's a vein there, so we're going to dig towards it, but normally you'd have to remove, you know, 5, 10, 15, 20 meters deep of overburden to get down to a coal seam, which is an inch, 6 inches, 12 inches thick, whatever it may be. So I'm sort of, I don't want to just dig the nodes all the time, I want to move overburden as well. It's sort of realistic as to what it is in real life. Now I don't know if Christian has any plans on making it more realistic in real life. Obviously these nodes go vertically and horizontally, where in real life they're purely horizontal, so you'll have to dig down, you know, 10 meters to get to 6 inches of coal. Take the coal, dig down, you know, 2 meters to get to coal, then take that coal, dig down, you know, 50 meters to get to coal, whatever it may be, but they don't go, coal veins in real life don't go vertically like these do. Like this is pretty much B, you dig straight down and there's always going to be coal. That's just the way the game works, so it's not mirrored real life at all. So I'm hoping that Christian, I don't know if there's a way that they can do it in development, I'm sure there probably is, And when they get further along into future maps and stuff, like, it would be really cool to have a randomly generated map. I mean, that would be bloody awesome. So no two games are the same. My game's different from yours. Yours is different from mine. No two games are the same. Randomly generated, but all horizontal nodes, not vertically, just horizontal. Maybe the odd patch of lithium or another ore in amongst the coal vein, or, I mean, I don't know how iron ore works in real life as far as, Jesus Christ, as far as the iron ore veins go in real life. Are they the same as coal? I said, honestly, I have no idea. It'll be up to you guys who work in iron ore mines, whether it's in Australia or in another country, to let us know if that's exactly how it works. I mean, I'm pretty sure it'd be reasonably similar, but not the same. Hitting something then, rocks. Alright, so we're going to keep digging. We'll have a look at the map and see how far off we are. Still got a fair ways to go to get to that other part. Then we're going to have to come back and just start opening it up like crazy. So obviously we've lost the node there, but we should, yeah, there we go, progress through and pick up another one. And then obviously, if we work out how deep we are, we can take the coal from above as well, that's above our mine. I don't know if they would do that in real life without completely closing down this mine and, you know, shoring it up to make sure no equipment from above was going to fall in. There's another node, that's awesome. Nearly level 43, we're getting there. 1.66 million. I think we were 1.4 when we started. Coal's not overly valuable, but with the amount of coal that's in here, we should make a decent amount of money. Obviously I want to go back and do a pretty decent blast at the end of this, which I may... I may blast it and then let my computer process, and then next episode I'll bring you guys back and show you guys exactly how much we made. I've only got a limited time to record today. I've got maybe one recording in at the moment, being this one. I did a one-on-one PT session this morning, took the dog for a jog, done a bit of yard work. Son's asleep at the moment on his daily nap. The wife's done shopping, she's out at her gym at the moment doing her thing, so probably got an hour, maybe 2 hours tops to get a recording in, so it'll be this one. And this one only, or maybe this one and a time-lapse after this, which obviously I can do when people are home. So I know a lot of people aren't fans of time-lapses, but it's either a time-lapse or nothing. And, you know, a lot of you guys would prefer a time-lapse over nothing. If you're not a fan of time-lapses, that's okay, purely fine. Feel free not to watch it, to skip through it. You know, it's just one of those things, some people love them, some people hate them. It's just what I have to do to keep bringing content to you guys. Not a full-time content creator, as you guys know. I work full-time in the mining industry, so this is just a hobby for me. Luckily I make a little bit of money out of it, which is good. Certainly with outofore at the moment, like, my income's gone really well, so I want to continue to bring content to you guys, not just purely because, you know, I'm making decent money off YouTube, but, you know, because it's something that I enjoy. And you know, anything that I make off YouTube, I try and bring a lot of it back into the channel by buying other games, by buying better quality stuff, such as this headset I'm using now, which is worth nearly $500. And obviously it just helps to support me and my family as well. So I think last month's YouTube I used to take my family to Sydney for the weekend. Sydney in Australia, obviously New South Wales. We went to Sydney for the weekend, spent some time at the zoo, the Sea Life Aquarium and the Life Zoo, I think it was called, in Darling Harbour. So, you know, said a lot of it I try and take back into the channel. Some of it I use, you know, for family, personal stuff as well. But yeah, it's not my sole income. Right, I think we're pretty much past it now. Let's go one more conveyor after this one, and then we'll stop at the moment and we'll come back and take both sides. Right, and then we'll have to sort of scope and see if it's worthwhile trying to take a little bit more or not. Now have a look at the map, see if it's worthwhile continuing on with this direction. Right, there we go. We'll stop there. So I don't know if I'll be able to. Should be able to sneak through if I move over a little bit. Right, there we go. Let's sneak through. Get all this dug down, and then blocks either side. And we need to walk all the way back to the start, pretty much. So that's a fairly lengthy tunnel, but if we look at where we are, jump out. I've just got it so I can't get through. Look at the map. Yeah, so we're not far away. We sort of need to bring that mark over a little bit. Be good to be able to see. We could sort of see underground as well, but it doesn't matter too much. That mark's there. We'll just leave it there for now. It's not letting me enter the vehicle for some reason. Not sure what's going on there. Right, I'll throw a quick cut in and I'll bring you guys when we're back at the start of the tunnel. Hopefully I can sort this out. Alright guys, back at the start. Heading back. What are we going? Southwest, I think. So we'll just dig our way through, get right to the other end. So this is where it's faster to do it like this. We can just skip straight through this. And it's only rock, but as you can see it's way quicker on and off the button. I don't know if it's, I said, a good thing or a bad thing, because I don't feel like we're getting as much product out the back if we do it this way, but once we hit the coal node we'll make sure there we go, we'll do it the whole way now, just to make sure we're getting everything. So you can see it coming out. If we skip a little bit, it's a little bit, yeah, a little bit different I think with the amount that we're getting. It really isn't too bad. Got a long way to go, as you can see, to try and get all the way down the other end. Alright, so what I might do as well is I might throw in a cut here. Get this side, the other side dug out, get it all set up ready for a blast, and I'll bring you guys back once we're ready to actually let the blast go and see how good it is. So don't go anywhere guys, I'll bring you guys back in a minute. Righto guys, just setting up for the blast. So worked out that I've done 85 blocks. I'm going to do one block, skip a block and put down another block of dynamite. So it should be 160, it should be about 80 odd pieces of dynamite as well. So 85 blocks should be 85 bits of dynamite roughly. I don't know if I should one here, one there, or crisscross it, you know what I mean? Maybe let's just crisscross it. Don't know how that's going to go, but we'll see if it works. It may be a bad idea. We may need to go bang bang and not, you know, crisscrossing like I am, but we'll see what the finished product ends up like, I suppose. So we did get to level 43. I think we're still processing. There's still a lot going up there. Once this blast goes, we're going to have a huge amount. of stuff going up there. So 85 blocks times 2, about 170 meters. This tunnel is. You can see I'm getting some doubles here because I'm not getting it inside the actual thing above us. So yeah, 170. Double the end. Looks like about 170 meters. So 85 blocks times 2 meters. So 80 times 2 is 160. Plus another 5 times 2 is 10. So about 170 meters, which is really cool. It's a lot of distance covered. Right, and I always got to try and remember to not hit the blast button instead of the demolish button. I wish there was a gap between them. I've done it accidentally before where I've set off a blast before I've removed the steel above, the steel mesh. Right, so let's go all the way back to the start. We'll set off the blast and we'll see how we go. It's probably going to lag the computer still a little bit, but not as bad as the last massive blast, obviously. Right, let's throw in a quick save just in case. Does take a little while to save once you've started digging crazy amounts. Alright, let's go. Cover your ears. Ah, that tunnel looks fine. So I had 101 explosives, that's 91, 88 explosives we set off, minus 5 that are probably in the wrong spot. Still seems like too much, doesn't it? Still quite laggy. Alright, quick screenshot. But hopefully that'll start falling in, as you can see, and the lag will start to slowly go. It's not as bad as before, clearly, but it's still quite a bit of lag. Let's have a look down in here, make sure it's all falling in. It's landing on the other conveyor belt, which isn't ideal because then that's going to start spitting it back out, but that should completely fill this room and hopefully get it all through the system. We may need to drop down our blasts again if this is still too much. Going to overload the system, I think. We've got two processing facilities up the top there. Alright, let's go for a run through. Just punch all these voxels a little bit. Try and get them all moving. There's the coal, there's the blasted rock. Looks like there's a lot more blasted rock than coal. Oh no, there we go. Right down near the end now. Right, and then we'll run back again. Just try and knock all these about. So we've got 2.2 million. I think we started with 1.4. We're up 800k already. But the processing has stopped. Which is strange. I think that was still probably a little bit too big a blast. Yeah, see, I've knocked all the voxels everywhere, so it's going to probably slow us down a bit. Going flying around, let's have a look down in here. Yeah, so that room should completely fill. It shouldn't come out the top, but it dead set looks like it's stopped processing, which is extremely strange. Or there's just a decent gap between what we've actually cut out with the drill, or the face, whatever you want to call it, face shaver, face cutter, face drill, bloody whatever, before it starts coming out of here. But there we go, it's starting to fall out now. there's probably just a decent gap between what we did before and what we've done here. So, righto guys, I'll end the episode here. I'm just going to let this sort of process itself. I don't know if it's full or if it's just... See, this one on this side's not spinning at all. There we go. Now it's starting to process. It's going to be a bit slow before it starts working properly. Maybe this first conveyor is actually full. So I'll need to actually try and stop the blocks from falling out. So I'm going to have to go across very, very slowly and do this. But yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy this one. If you did, as always, smash that like button, leave a comment, let me know what you think of the idea of chasing the coal from down below and any suggestions as to how we should do it. Should we just open it up completely? Is there another idea that you guys think may work? Let me know in the comment section. If you guys are new to the channel and haven't subscribed yet, guys, please do so. It's been Britto. Thanks for watching. See you again soon.